A question I'm getting asked a lot recently is how is the market? And I get it. To some degree, we're all invested, some more than others. Frankly, the market is very healthy. If you're out there looking to purchase, you might be wondering, geez, is it as bad as it's been for my position over the last couple of years? And if you're considering selling, what are your prospects of selling? I'm going to say it's a healthy market. Obviously, the last 8 to 12 years have been pretty fantastic from an appreciation standpoint. We had a shortage of supply, we had an increased demand, prices, they never move in a straight line, but I'm going to say over time they've been steadily increasing. Obviously we hit a peak and we pulled back somewhat, but we've been holding there. And I don't like to be a stats guy, I'm more a boots on the ground guy, but if you look at the stats, the average sale price this year compared to last year, here we are in the summer, is actually slightly higher. Listings are up, sales are down. So from a buying standpoint, you're actually in a good position. Conditional offers are competitive again. You don't have to walk in without conditions. You can be conditional on finance and or inspection contingencies and still be competitive. You may even be competing and do well with a conditional offer. And the good news is you might not be competing. Oftentimes we're going through a more traditional approach. You set a list price, you put it on the market, and you simply work it like we would have pre everything going a little crazy 15 years ago. If you're on the selling side though, it's not a terrible market either. What I find we're lacking is quality listings. Even though listings are up, they're not up greatly. They might be up 10% from last year, and maybe sales are down 5%. So it's not a great surplus out there, and frankly, we're always lacking in quality. If you have a quality property and you're considering selling, you will do well regardless of the market. People are always out there looking and quality stands out. Pricing absolutely matters. Maybe that's the big difference in the market from a selling perspective or from the selling side. Pricing matters now more than ever. You come on market, you make that first impression. We can only do it once. If we come off poorly when we hit the market, it's tough to get that excitement around you again. If you list it accurately, which is typically still under listing as we've talked about before, but not grossly, you're going to get the right interest in your property. People will come through, they're going to look at it, they're going to take an interest, and you're going to see offers on an offer date. So in a nutshell, I'm going to say the market is healthy. Over the last number of years, if you're a buyer entering the market, all you've known is what we're going to call a seller's market. The market's been in the seller's favor. There's more interest than there is supply. Right now, there's probably less interest because some people are hesitant to take action, but there's less quality supply as well. So again, if you're buying, you're in a good position. You can have conditions within your offer. You can take time. You can take a second or third showing at a property. It's the way it should be in a market, in a process where you're making the single biggest investment you're ever going to make in your life until, of course, your next purchase. And again, on the selling side, it's not all doom and gloom. Frankly, it's very healthy. Properties that are listed accurately and show well, they're doing well in this current market. So that's basically it. How is the market? It's healthy. What am I going to describe it as? I'm going to say it's still in the seller's favor because we're lacking quality listings, but it's not a strong seller's market. It's coming into a better balance. Frankly, in these summer months, which are typically slower, we might find this market fall into what we're going to call a more balanced market. So it's good news for both sides. Maybe it's still better news or in the seller's favor, but again, buyers, especially first-time buyers, you can finally buy a property as you're supposed to, with contingencies, with conditions, taking your time, making decisions, making informed decisions. You can take this process and make it more comfortable, which is frankly refreshing because I've not enjoyed some of the markets that we've been in over the last number of years where it hasn't been comfortable. As always, I love to talk real estate. If you want to reach out, I'm happy to contact you or speak with you at any time. You can reach us through all the social media platforms. Better yet, call me direct. My cell phone is easy to find. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.